What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Here we are in our W990 by Kenworth. We've been in this truck for some time now. I'm using it as an automatic right now because I haven't played this game in about 4 months now. It's been quite some time, so I'm going to play automatic for right now. I think it is an automatic. Nope, it's not an automatic. We're way off, of course. Let's see. I stopped playing the end of August. September, October, November. Yeah, about 3.5 months. I'm still way off. Apologize. My dog's looking at me like, who are you talking to? Because it's been that long since I played. And Peter just mentioned me in a comment asking where I was yesterday, and I was like, oh. Luckily it was just one day ago and not like 3 months ago, otherwise I would have been a pretty bad person. So we're connected here. I changed the scaling up to 400%. Should I go this way? I don't think I should. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather go this way. I think we should be good up front. I think. Barely. I tried to play this game with dual monitors because I have dual monitors now, and the bezel, barely, the back tire's there. The bezel on my current screen, which is 144 hertz, is a lot smaller than my old LG monitor, which is a 27 inch as well, but it has a bigger bezel. So even when you use NVIDIA's surround display setting, it's still kind of messed up in your face as far as I'll get back to that after we get out of here. It's still I'm having the problem where since I only have 2 monitors instead of 3, that the middle of my screen, or I would say a little bit over from the middle of my screen, where the red hazard light, well, yeah, that would be the middle of the truck. That's where I'm looking at both of the. That's where the center of both monitors meet, as opposed to using just one monitor where I'm seeing everything on one fluid screen. And then, I mean, when it comes out on video, on NVIDIA video, the resolution is 31 by 80 by 1080, I believe, something like 31 by 20. Stop. Oh, sorry, dude. He's fine. So the resolution, the resolution is up to the 3000s or whatever. And then the bottom it looks perfectly fine when I'm looking at it, minus the bezel, since the screens aren't closer together because the bezels are thicker.
Keep right, and then turn right.
For a person like me I'm not super OCD like I used to be, but
turn right.
I'm still a little bit OCD, and that bugs me. So until I probably get stay right here. Probably get over one. Until I get maybe another monitor, maybe I can keep
left.
Maybe I can keep my 27 and get two 24s, because to get another 27 inch I don't have that much room on my desk right now, unless I moved a lot of stuff over, or I got one of those
Exit left.
racing type, those control. Feels like we're gonna flip over. Those racing type setups that are like probably another $400, where you can mount three monitors, and this is a little sketchy like it used to be. Weird. Mount 3 monitors, and then I'd be able to mount my G29. I'd be able to mount my G29 to the unit itself, and the gear shifter to the the seating unit. I believe it's like $300 to $600, depending on what kind you get. If you get the one with the chair, I mean, you're gonna have to get a chair eventually, so it's probably about $600. And then all you do is, like I said, you put the G29 on it, you mount the chair to it, or it might come mounted already, I'm not sure. You mount your shifter, there's little screw holes in the bottom of the brake, the gas, and the clutch, and you just screw those into the bottom so it doesn't move. And then you have your custom setup. You see that on people that make a lot of money playing video games, or really do love what they're doing.
Go straight on.
A person like me, a person that takes breaks like I do, I haven't taken a break that long in a long time. I don't think I've taken a break that long even when I had surgery. And I'll go into that a little bit. I won't go too much into detail and make a long story short. Basically, I had family living with me. My family was living with me. And there was like 8 of them. Sometimes there was 7. Sometimes there was 8. And it happened from February all the way till October 1st. And it was in August. I was still I recorded from I was recording February, March, April, May, June, July, August. I had it not really mentally, but I was just so stressed over the situation. They said they were going to leave in like they said they were only going to be here for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks turned into 8 months. So you can imagine the amount of stress I was under. And I just wasn't myself. I did make a video probably a month later, and it just sounded so stressed out. I sounded super fast. I was talking super quickly. I just didn't sound like my normal self, so I ended up not putting that video out and waiting until I felt, a little bit better. And then, of course, with certain things that happen, my health actually got better. My diabetes got better. I don't know if you guys know anything about your A1C. If any of you guys are diabetics out there, you guys will know, but if you guys that aren't diabetics, you guys probably have no idea what it is because you guys don't have to check it. But a diabetic that's doing pretty good, like really good, is a 7. Anything around a 7 is you're doing really good with your diet and insulin and everything. It means that you're doing really good, and I'm a 7.4 currently. When I started gaming a long time ago, I was in the 9s, which is really bad, the 8s, which is super bad. Once you get in the 7s, even 7.7 is still bad, but now I'm really, I'm 7.4, I believe I just said. But I am going much lower, and I am getting better at controlling my diabetes and whatnot. So that's getting better. But I did have an incident happen with my family. my grandmother ended up in the hospital, and she's still in the hospital. She's been in the hospital for 3 weeks now. And people that are, she's 91 years old, and she's still, including the hospital visit, she's still a very healthy lady for her age. And so is my grandpa. He's 89, and he still has a job. He still works. He still has a driver's license. He still does. My grandparents, they're very healthy and doing pretty good for their age. Up until this problem my grandma had, and I'm not going to talk about it, but she had a problem, and she ended up. They said that anybody that's over 70 that goes under anesthesia, they run the risk of not waking up because of their age. Welcome to Utah, and we got a red signal, and we got to slow down a lot. So they run the risks of not waking up. That's got damage on their vehicle. I don't remember that showing that in the last episode. Previously. But anyways, they run the risk under anesthesia of their heart giving out or having a stroke, something like that. My grandma we were all worried. The family was all worried. And, luckily, she made it through just fine. She's almost out of the hospital. She's got to do physical therapy, but she should be back to, I wouldn't say 100%, but she should be back to her normal self pretty soon. And, that pretty much happened only 3 weeks ago. So I was kind of doing a lot more things with my cousins, my friends. I was getting back into golfing, and then I did do a lot of binge. I was binge watching shows on Netflix and Hulu, and yeah, at the beginning I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get back into it really quickly. I'm gonna get back into gaming because whoa, lag spike. I thought it was gonna crash. It still kind of looks like it. So yeah, I thought I was gonna get back into it right away, and then I got back into. Well, I started watching Netflix shows, binge watching that, going to sleep, waking up, watching Netflix, going to sleep, waking, going through going through season of seasons, and that's not too healthy on a person like me. I like to get out every once in a while, and then I like to get back to gaming, and I haven't gamed since that last video I uploaded, which kind of sucks. Red Dead Redemption came out, and as soon as that came out on PC, I started to get more and more into wanting to come back, and then I think 2 or 3 days ago my sugars got too low. So for about 2 days my sugars were super low, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to hold it off for a second. It basically, when it rains it pours. It started with the family thing, and then I had a cousin who passed away, and then my grandma ended up in the hospital, and it was super serious at the time. And then I was also binge watching shows, and getting back into golfing a lot more. And then my back gave out, and I was having epidurals every month. I still have epidurals, but they changed up I had 3 epidurals in a row, and then now I get nerve blocks, which is similar. I like the epidural more than I like the nerve block. The nerve block is 6 separate shots, as opposed to just one shot. The nerve block and then I'm having a different one coming up. I can't even pronounce it, but it's going to be something totally different. I don't even know. I think they're just trying to show my insurance that my back is really messed up and I really need surgery, and they're just trying to show my insurance company that, hey, we've tried everything and nothing is working, so you're going to have to pay for their surgery. Is what my pain doctor told me they're trying to tell my insurance company. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. I apologize that I didn't, if I had you guys like on Instagram or Facebook or something, I'll have to make one that's strictly for gaming. And then, if I'm out for a couple days, I can update you guys and say, hey, I'm not going to upload a video this week, and this is the reason why. Since you guys aren't in like a circle, you guys are just waiting for me to upload a video.
Right.
I mean, I could have always went to YouTube. I stayed away from YouTube.
Exit right.
Like I said, I was binge watching on Netflix for some time.
Keep right, and then turn right.
I think before Red Dead came out, I heard that Utah was coming out. There's no light here. There's just a... Okay. So, yeah, before Red Dead came out, let me get over because there's construction over there, the gas station. And I'm not paying attention. Sorry. Sorry, Copper. I gotta up the braking intensity. Or, you know what I mean. So yeah, I heard that around the time before Red Dead came out, or maybe after, I don't know. Whenever I looked up Red Dead, or whenever I looked up that Utah was coming out, I was like, I gotta get back into gaming. And I still haven't bought Red Dead. The first thing I bought when I came back into gaming was Utah. I believe it was $11.99. So Utah's out. That's where we're at. I have the coast to coast map on for some reason. I'm gonna try to turn it off after this episode. Hopefully it doesn't do anything. Well, we've only came to one city, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, other than that, of course, excuse me. Of course, my voice doesn't want to obey. I haven't had to talk this much in some time. I did.
Go straight on.
I believe I had, since I recorded last, I had 2 visits in an ambulance to the hospital. The first one, what is that truck? Oh, it's a Nissan Frontier. The first one, I thought I was having like a heart attack. It turned out to be an anxiety attack. Or maybe that was the second one. Hope these trees don't hit the truck. Well, I don't know what one of them was for. I know the second one was... Well, I know one of them was for anxiety. It's not anxiety. Like a panic attack or like a...
Keep right, and then turn right.
Whoa, what are you doing? I hyperventilated. One of the two.
Right.
I think they put on there that I hyperventilated. So I don't know if I was in that guy's lane. I could have been. A lot of coppers. But yeah, I couldn't think of the word, so I kept saying panic attack. Hyperventilated a few times, actually. Never have I ever hyperventilated in my whole life. Actually, I'll turn on my flashers.
Make a U-turn.
Make a U-turn. Smoking drugs. Make a U-turn? Are you sure, lady? DeMorrow Cars. Doug? Is it Doug DeMorrow? Or whatever his name is?
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
I believe it's up here sometime. I've never been to Utah drop-offs. Oh, here it is. That's interesting. That's super interesting. Hey, how you doing? Guess we were probably supposed to come here from the other angle. Oops, wrong one. Come to it from pull in from the driver's side over there. Oops. Go left when we pulled in instead of going straight. I mean, either way, this is gonna be, either way, this is gonna be a tough drop-off just because of how it is. It's like we have to come around this corner. Unless I can stop it right here. I should have went with the shorter trailer, Jesse. Jackknife it. Not too much, hopefully. If it's any of my luck, it's going to be going towards the building. Which it is good, but not too much. So we're going to check on that in about 5, 4, 3, 2. We see it. Yeah. Actually, no, that's fine. No, it's not fine. I'm glad we caught it. I thought we were barely hitting the side that's not next to the building. Just get out and look. Come forward a little bit. Come forward a little bit. Yeah, they said that, well, what I've read before I started this episode, pretty much. I gotta go forward. What I read before I started this episode for maybe 2.5 seconds, a minute and a half, was that the parking spots are going to be tougher. Wrong way, wrong way. I thought the Walgreens or Little Eddie's shopping center where you pull into, where it kind of looks like a Walgreens, but depending on if you have stores or you don't have stores installed, which I didn't even look yet. It's at Eddie's. It's a Little Eddie's store. When you have the big old humongous 53-footer, it's too much. Like, it's way too big. This is what I'm expecting for a first time in whatever you guys want to count it. To me, it's November. It's Monday before Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna keep it to the passenger side, not really get in the middle. Perfect truck. It looks horrible when you look at it from there, but when you look at it from here, it's awesome. Alright, let's drop it off. Wrong button. T, not 5. Excellent! Tires, spelled wrong, delivered from Las Vegas to Cedar City, 157 miles, 3 hours and 50 minutes, 33.7 gallons consumed. This is still working just fine. As you guys can see there. Alrighty. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I felt like I had a heart attack. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will be back to, I'll say like twice a week. Maybe 3 times a week downloads or uploads to YouTube. And then that whole COPPA act is happening, so yeah. That's what I return to. When it rains, it pours. Anyways, you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace out.